Okay, they're in the ring. 5 rounds of 3 minutes duration in this middleweight bout. Sittisak, 21 years of age, 70 professional fights under his belt against Brad Chaos Carter, the South Pacific champion, fighting from the red corner. 26 years of age, 19 professional fights. A little finding out going on.
You look at the physical build of these Thais after many years of training. They weigh around 68, 69 kilos, but look at the leg development.
Yeah.
The size of the calves, the shape and the power of the quadriceps from the constant pounding, and the training over the years. They build incredible power in their legs.
What special training would they do, Bob, to build the legs up like that?
They spend a lot of time on their balls of their feet. I go to Thailand twice a year. I've got my 9th trip coming up in May, and I go there twice a year and train with the Thais, and they spend a lot of time doing things on the balls of the feet. One interesting note is, without the big flash gymnasiums, they tyre hop. They have truck tyres.
Right.
And they bounce up and down on the balls of the feet on the truck tyres. Their running is done slow, but they remain on the balls of the feet. They'll run 5 to 10 kilometres totally on the balls of the feet. And then they skip. They do a lot of skipping barefoot on concrete, and they'll skip for 15 and 20 minutes to half an hour at a time on the balls of the feet.
Right.
So a lot of work is done, and scientifically, I know this from Russian training, it's a plyometric principle. Working the muscles through different contractions, like the Russians are doing. The Thais have done it for years, they just don't know the terminology for it. But they are actually training with plyometric principles. Plyometric is a Greek word, plyo meaning explosion and metric meaning time. So from Greek history, the training of even the Greek athletes in the original Olympic Games before Christ, all of these training devices were put together. And plyometrics is 3 contractions through the same muscle. And that's why they build those incredible legs.
Yep. Sittisak looks as though he's thoroughly enjoying himself out there. His smile on the face, he's relaxed. Hasn't got a great guard up, I'd want to say, but he really looks as though he's having a good time.
Well, he's had, as they said, 70 fights, and I'd suggest maybe another 100 amateur, but they would have mostly all been in Thailand, in Bangkok.
Yep.
And they would have been wars against, had the same amount of fights. Right now he's travelling around. I know he fought in Paris 2 weeks ago. He fought in Germany a month before that. So now they're coming out in the Western world. The fights to them aren't quite as hard.
Yep.
And they're getting around to see the world, getting out of downtown Pattaya and getting to see other parts of the world. There's the...
And Thailand. Sittisak, 21 years of age. Young Thai, thoroughly enjoying himself. Brad Chaos Carter, I would suggest, probably not enjoying himself as much, but very determined and out there to do as good a job as he possibly can.
Brad's doing what he needs to do. He's taking the fight up to the Thai, but I think the Thai's just, big roundhouse kicker. I was about to say I think he's relaxing to let one go. But Brad's doing what he's got to do. He's taking the fight up to the Thai as much as he can without leaving openings. That's quite legal. They were both facing one another, so that's fine.
Yeah, got thumbs up from the corner.
Yeah, that's at the corner there, putting the thumbs up. Look how happy the corner is. Look, they're really having a good time. All the boys from Thailand are thoroughly enjoying themselves in the corner. That's because at the moment things are sort of rocking along slightly in their favour. The Thai boy in this fight is very composed. He's letting the big ones go, so I think he'd be scoring the points.
I'd suggest they're probably fairly pleased to see a crowd like this at a match where they might not have expected to see such a big crowd in attendance either.
Well, you can imagine if you and I on holidays in Japan and we went along to an Aussie rules football match and it was packed out. That's exactly what's happening here tonight.
Exactly right, yep.
Oh, nice right hand by Brad from the red corner. The Australian boy placed a beautiful right hand. Now if he can follow that up, he'll really get respect from the Thai. But the Thais come back with knees. And they know that the motor will get into, the inexperience of the Australians will go hands, then he goes knees to make up for that scoring shot.
The fun's gone out of the fight now. Oh boy, when he gets angry, he's a menace.
Look at the Thai boy in the neutral corner over there. He's not too sure what's going on, if he's done the right thing or not.
Oh, it doesn't pay to make this man angry.
Brad's got to bridge up. He can't lean forward like that. When the Thai grabs his neck, he's got to bridge up. He's not leaning forward.
Oh, there's the bell, and I suggest Brad to be pleased. And Sittisak takes a look around and gives the crowd a smile. Oh, boy.
Here's another technique the Thais often use. When they come into a strange country, they realise most Westerners are right-handed, and as fighters we favour leading with the left and attacking with our better hand from the rear. So what they do is they switch to southpaw. So you see the Thai boy now, he was fighting orthodox before, now he switched to southpaw, because he knows that's going to make it confusing for Brad to get in. Also when they switch to southpaw, that left leg becomes very strong on the attack, and the left knee. But Brad's certainly in there trying. He's going for it.
Yes, he put himself out of potential trouble there.
Yeah, the Thai corner now, you'll notice, have gone very quiet. They're confident with this fight. They're in front. They scored the first one probably a 10-9, second one a 10-8. They're scoring the points in this round as well. So look how composed the corner are now. They're sitting back nice and quiet. Brad needs to back up. Brad's getting some good scoring shots, but he doesn't follow them up. And when you back off from a Thai, they chase you. You can't afford to back up from Thai boxers. You must keep moving on them no matter what. They've got too many weapons to be backing off from them. This is better. See, he's walking up now. Don't back off, Brad. Come on, let's walk it up. You're doing well when you walk up. Big right hand by Brad there, but a left leg back from the Thai boy. Big roundhouse with the left leg. Taken on the gloves by Brad, but still a strong kick. They're mixing 1 point. And the gloves again. Those kicks wouldn't be worrying Brad. He's taking him on the gloves. But they do put you off. And if they're on the arms, they are scoring points because they're doing damage to the arms. So some of the judges would be scoring those kicks onto the outside of the arms.
There we go, the end of round 3.
I think the Thai took a breather that round. He was well in front. I mean,
well, I think, Bob, you were probably right. He wanted to have a little rest in the last round and coming out firing.
I think he had a rest in 3, and he's going all the way in this one. It looks to me like he's trying to stop it in this round because he's burning energy. Although he's so many points in front, he could then rest and counterfight in the 5th round. He knows he's got this probably either way, unless Brad can really get a right hand on the button. But he would have to back it up, not do what he's done in the earlier rounds. He would have to pin him, hurt him, and move in on him. And Brad's only done it a couple of times. But that's experience. I mean, he's fighting a very seasoned fighter from an international fight, and he's learning a lot from this fight. In fact, he'd learn a lot. He'd learn more from this one fight than what he's learned from his last half a dozen.
Oh, good punch in there.
Grab the other one, mate. Throw it, Brad.
Well, the furious pace of the start has wound down again. Brad continually going forward, but finding a fairly elusive target. Calling for more hands. He's not getting in there to lay him on.
Well, Brad's certainly still in there trying. He's having a fair success. He's scoring with some shots. But of course, all of those punches Brad's throwing are nullified when a couple of kicks or a couple of knees come out. But he's doing the best he can tonight, the experience he's had, and he's showing a strong heart. He's still firing there in this, the fourth of a 5-round fight, all being 3-minute rounds. And I think it's hats off to him that Thai hasn't been able to stop him.
Four rounds, one to go.
Well, that's pretty amazing. He's gone 4 rounds with a Thai fighter with 5-6 times more fights than him.
He enjoys his job.
I think he would have been told by his trainers, the Australian boy's been told he's going to have to knock him out. The Thai boy's been told counter fight, score points, you've got it. So it's going to be an interesting round. Even though it's the 5th round, we're just hoping the Australian boy can do something to turn it around. He needs something to create a bit of a stir with the Thai boy. He wants something on the button and then back it up. Let's see what he can do with about 2.5 minutes to go in this 3-minute round fight.
Brad desperately trying to take the fight up.
And the Thai boy's playing Fox. He knows he's got the points. He's just countering. That's how I called it, and it's working out that way. But what you've got to watch the Thais is they're always sitting on a big one. Even when they're counter fighting, they're waiting, looking, and they're loading a big one. So you can't afford to start just throwing anything at them, because you do leave openings, and they'll let a big one go. But Brad's doing what he's got to do. The only thing he can do is walk up and hope he scores on the button. Hope he gets something on a point. There's that left hand. Right hand, but he's not wearing the tie. He's taking him on the gloves. So I think we're going to count the seconds down with not much changing in this fight. But Brad's certainly in there. And if he never fights again, he's done something tonight that a lot of Australians will never do. He's gone 5 3-minute rounds with a top Bangkok fighter. And if he never fights again, he can get married and have kids and tell them about that one.
That's right, and he is the Thai middleweight champion. Sittisak.
Ladies and gentlemen, please find the last 30 seconds of this round.
And taunting Brad now. He knows it's his. Brad's not quite convinced.
Here's the Thai unloading the big ones. He'll be sitting on those now, looking for Brad to make a mistake. Because he wants to knock out, the Thai wants to knock out as much as Brad does, because he doesn't like the fact an Australian fighter has gone the distance with him. And that is not good for his ratings at home.
Well, there we go. And good sportsmanship again as Sittisak embraces Brad Carter at the end of their bout. I don't think...
It goes to the blue corner, Sittisak.